Okay, I'm talking to my students today about independent and dependent variables and equations. And we're going to be making models that will help illustrate the independent and dependent variables and equations. And so I thought this might be a good example to do with my students. So let's go ahead and check out what we've got here. All right, our directions tell us to complete the table. We have to name the independent and dependent variables. And I think what I'm going to do now is go ahead and look at this situation. And it says each order from Jimmy's favorite website ships for $5. T is the total cost and S is the cost before shipping. And when I look at this equation, this is a really good one as far as going along with our story problem here. You know, the total cost of the shipping equals $5. The total cost of his order equals $5 for the shipping plus the cost before shipping. So when I look at this, the total cost is going to be our dependent variable because it depends on how much money Jimmy has to pay to equal the total amount. So the total is going to be our dependent. And I'll go ahead and identify that right now. Dependent. And this amount here, this is going to be our independent. Okay. Our independent. And my pen's not wanting to make my E's look like E's today for some reason. Alright, so let's go ahead now and we're going to come up with our own values for S. Let's say that he orders something and it costs him $5. If it costs him $5, when you combine that with how much his shipping costs are, another $5, the total cost will be $10. And to write that out as an equation, we could say $5 for shipping plus $5, the cost before shipping, is going to equal a total cost of $10. And I could put the dollar signs here, but it won't take me a second to do that. And notice that I switched things around. I moved things around a little bit because of the commutative property of addition. You're able to move those add-ins around. You're able to move the sum around, and it's going to equal the same, you know. All right, so let's say that he buys something, and it costs him $10. If you add on the $5 shipping cost, his total cost is going to be $15. So I'm going to put $15, his total cost, and here his before shipping cost, $10. Let's say that he buys something and it costs $15. You add to that the $5 that shipping costs are, and it's going to cost a total of $20. So our total cost is $20. Before shipping, it is $15. So notice that depending on how much he has to pay before shipping and combine that with his cost for shipping, this total price depends on that. So this is our dependent variable, and this cost before shipping is going to be our independent variable. And if I could go back here, I'm going to go ahead and just circle the cost before shipping is the independent variable, the cost before shipping. All right, boys and girls, do I have any questions in here? Anybody have any questions for me? All right, I see a question. What's your question, child?
What about a good math practice?
A good math practice, number 4, making a math model, number 4. Anybody else have a question? All right, she took it, okay. And that would be a good one to go along with these situations where you identify the independent, dependent variable in the equation, and then you work out a table. Now, I want to ask you all something here, kids. Did it provide me with a cost of the item before shipping? No, I just, in my mind, I thought $5, and then I thought $10 and $15. When you're working on these math models like this, you get to decide whatever you want the value of your independent variable to be. And then, based on some other things that happen with your independent variable, then you'll find out what your dependent variable is going to be. So I just went ahead and plugged in thinking, $5 for before shipping. I added to it the shipping costs and got a total of 10. And I did it that way. And it's also okay if you have an equation like this to move those around. It was easier for me to move them around, so it's okay if you want to do it that way also. All right. If we have no more questions, then I hope this little video has helped you.